Alright, good morning, learners.
Morning, sir.
How are you all this morning?
Science and calculator.
Okay, that's good, learners. So today, we're going to do a water demonstration. Right here, we have a 2-liter bottle, and we have a liter bottle. So what do you guys think about this 2 liter? This 2 liter is full of water, and this one's empty. What relationship, or what do you think about this bottle? Anyone want to answer, please raise your hand. Alright, Menzi?
I think a liter is a half of the 2 liter.
A liter is a half of a 2 liter. 1 liter, 2 liter. It makes sense. What else? Nadia, Hannah?
1 liter plus 1 liter equals 2 liters.
1 liter plus 1 liter equals 2
2
liters.
liters.
So 2 of these bottles will give us
A 2 liter.
a 2 liter. Okay. I'll take this water and fill it up in this 1 liter bottle. It's filling up, it's filling up, it's filling up, it's filling up, it's filling up. So now, we have a 1 liter bottle that is full and a 2 liter bottle that is half. What do you think now? Vanessa?
Now we have 2 1 liters.
We now have
2 1 liters.
yes, because a 2 liter consists of
1 liter and 1 liter.
2 1 liters. So now it's half, meaning this is a liter. And this is a liter.
On the liter bottle we have half a liter, then on the small bottle we have full water of 1 liter.
Exactly. This is half and this is full. Okay. So this is basically, I wanted to introduce fractions. So basically, if we convert this to a fraction, this will be a whole.
Okay.
A whole. So a whole is basically as a whole number. Do you understand? 1. Okay. And this is a half. A half in fraction is 1 over 2. 1 over 2. The 2 is for those 2 liters. 2 1 liters, you understand?
Right.
Okay. So the definition of fraction is, can you use it?
It is a number that expresses equal parts of a whole object.
Of the whole object. Okay. A fraction consists of a numerator and a
Denominator.
We all know a denominator is a number that's always at the bottom. And the numerator is a number that's always at the
Top.
Okay. Can someone explain what is a denominator? What understanding do you have of the term denominator? Yes, Nadia?
The 2 there by 1 over 2 is the denominator and the 1 is the numerator.
Exactly. The 1 is the numerator. The 2 is the
Denominator.
The denominator represents a whole.
Whole.
And the numerator represents the part of a whole.
Okay.
So basically, this 2 here is 2 and we took 1. And that's why there's a 1. It's 1 over 2. Let's make an example of a pizza. Okay? We'll split the pizza into 2 pieces. Understand?
Okay.
So these 2 pieces will represent, okay, where is it? 2. And let's say we give Nadia 1 piece. Understand?
Yes.
So if we represent this into a fraction, it would be 1 over 2. You all understand each other?
Yes.
It's 1 over 2. Okay. Let's get a definition of equivalence, because that's where I'm heading. Equivalence. Can you all read if you can?
2 fractions are equivalent if they are the same size or at the same point on a number line.
Two fractions are equivalent if they are the same size. So my understanding of equivalence is fractions that have the same value but not necessarily the same numbers. You understand?
Yes.
So I'll play a video that will explain equivalence better. Let's play a video. Okay, so learners, we all saw the video.
Yes.
So can someone please tell me, just sum up the video, what they understand based on the video? Joanna?
Big fractions are equal to small fraction.
Big fractions are equal. Please mind the spelling, the handwriting. 1, 5 over 6. Fine. So, please complete these 3 activities, these 3 questions in 5 minutes time. Alright,
I'm done.
2 minutes left. What?
Time is up.
Quiet guys. Alright, time is up. Pins down. Okay, guys, right now, going to do an interesting activity. I have to say, what I have here, I have fruits. Everyone.
I have the 19.
So can we please divide ourselves into 2 groups? Okay, we have 5 at the back, 3, 1 sit in front. So we can split ourselves into 2 groups. Biggie, just jump. Minzy, sit down, please. Okay. So basically, what we'll be doing, we'll be making. Minzy. That's right. What we'll be doing, we're making a fruit salad. We're making a fruit salad using these ingredients, using fractions.
How?
Okay, I don't know. Like wondering how. This is a
Apple.
It's a whole. It's an apple. It's a whole. If we divide it into 1, if we cut it in half, it will be
Two
pieces.
Two pieces.
Two halves.
If you convert it into an fraction, it will be
1 over 2.
2 over
1
1
over
over
2. It's a half.
2.
So basically, that's what we'll be doing. We'll be using fractions to make a fruit salad. So can one member of each group come take fruits or give you the ingredients? Okay. Wait. 1 apple for each group. Apple. We have 1 pear for each group. There's a pear. Also got bananas. 1 for each group. We got yogurt. 1 for each group, and we have to nice. Nice. You have to cut this purple into a half. Cutting this purple into a half. Okay, this is how you cut a purple basically. Straight in the middle, it's a half. It's a no, it's half here. Paper plate. Paper plate for you, paper plate for you. Okay guys, we'll be using knives, so please be responsible. Don't cut each other. Don't cut each other. Go sit down. We have containers where you actually put your fruit salad. With a container. Okay, so I'll be giving you instructions or ingredients verbally. Right, now that everyone has washed their hands, I'll be giving you instructions verbally. So basically, I'll be giving you fractions. You'll have to work them out to make your fruit salad. The first, we'll be using an apple. Apple. So it's lesson for today, but quickly before we leave, I want us to do a mixed fraction equation. So here's a video. I want us all to look at the video, then we'll discuss it afterwards.
We are going to add or subtract the mixed fractions. So the first thing that we should look at, you'll remember that whenever you are writing this, you start with your whole, and then 2 and 2 over 3, right? So because it's a negative here, then you subtract that as 2 over what? Over 3, right? The same thing with this one. Whenever you are adding it, you're saying 4 plus 1 over 10. Remember guys, if you're saying 1.5, 1.5 is the same thing as just saying 1.5. This is 1.5, right? It's the same thing as you're saying it's just 1 plus a half, right? So even 2 1/4, you're just saying 2 plus 1/4, Right, but this one is a special case because the sign at the beginning of the fraction is negative, so you're expecting to be subtracting such that you get the very same answer at the top. So now the first thing that you should look at right now, just consider the wholes and the fractions. So let's say now you have to work with the wholes. These are your wholes, right? Then after that you have to work with your with your fractions. So these are your fractions, right? So these are your fractions. Okay, so the first thing that you should look at, let's rather like consider it maybe as is negative 2 here plus a 4, right? Then the other one is going to be negative 2, excuse me, over 3, right? Plus 1 over 18. So whenever you are working with this, just be considerate of the signs, right? So the negative usually means that you're just going maybe negative 2 means you are going to the left with 2 units in your number line. The same thing with this one. If your fraction as well is the same thing, that you are going to negative 2 over 3 to your to your left, right? Not to your right. So now what you have to consider again, this is negative 2, right? And then this is positive 4. So take it as if you are standing at position 4, then you want to go to 2 units to the left. So you stand in position number 2. Right, if you stand in position number 2, the same thing with this one. But this one is a special case because now you don't really have the same denominators, and you know very well that whenever we are adding fractions, we must have the same denominators. So what we're going to do now, we're going to find the lowest common denominator. So the common denominator between these two, we can either find them by just multiplying by the available denominators. For example, here I might come in and say, because I'm comparing 3 and 2 over 3 and 1 over 10, then I'll multiply this by 3 and then also multiply the top by 3. Then here I'll multiply by the 10 and then multiply the top by by 18. Then I put it again and say minus here. Then the 2 times 10 is a 20 over 3 times 10 is a 30. Then I add, this is going to be 3 out of a 30. So now again, I have to be really careful when I'm doing this, because now this is no longer the same as 20, it's just negative 20 plus a 3, which means now that my denominators are already the same. So I take a 30, then now negative 20 plus a 3. So now I'll take, because this is the bigger number, I'll stand at negative 20. If I'm standing in negative 20, then I have to move 3 positions to the to the positive side or to my right. So it means I'll move from, I would say maybe 20 and then 18 and then 19, and then I'll then move to 17. So it's going to be negative, position negative 17, right? So now it means I will say 2 minus 17 over a 30, right? But now the problem is that I know very well that 2 is the same as 2 over 1. It's already a fraction, so I have to find this thing to be the same denominator. So I multiply by 30 here, I multiply by 30 here. So look at me, I didn't bother to say multiply by 1, because any number multiplied by 1 is just that number. So it's going to be 60 over 30 here, then minus 17 over 30. So I know very well now that what I'm supposed to be doing here, I have the same denominator, I pick a 30 here over, then now I subtract the numerators. So this will just go, and then 60 minus 17, I'll just get a 43, right? Over 30. So now I can, this one is this is actually my fraction, right? It's 43 over 30. So this is an improper fraction. So I can go further and say, how many times can 30 go into 43? It goes once. It leaves remainder? It leaves 13, and then over over the 30. Then done. I have my answer.
Okay, now that you watch the video, so guys, who can tell me what do they think about the first step? How is the first step done? Is Nadia?
From what I saw in the video, we are first going to group. So we are going to group our whole numbers and our fractions.
You're grouping the whole numbers together and fractions together. The second step. We add the whole numbers and put fractions aside. You all understand that?
Yes.
The third step,
Then,
Menzi?
yes, and then the third step is usually when we find the fractions, we have to find the lowest common denominator, whereby we are making the denominators to be equal. Alright, so when the denominators are equal, we also make the numerators, like if we multiply by 10, multiply by 10 at the top.
What you do at the top, you do at the
bottom.
So after we find the lowest common denominator, we add the fractions. So that's it for today, guys. We'll do a few activities and we go out.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.